The digital art access paradox, a 403 error on a public artwork page, reveals critical vulnerabilities in the digital art ecosystem's infrastructure. The attempted access to Pat Gold's Woman in the Garden 2 on Fine Art America.com
resulted in an HTTP 403 forbidden error, a fundamental access denial at the server level. This incident, involving a publicly marketed digital fantasy landscape, underscores a severe disconnect between digital art's commercial presentation and its technical availability.
The artwork's metadata, rich with tags like fantasy landscape and dreamlike scene, promises open engagement, yet the platform's infrastructure actively restricts it. This creates an immediate strategic crisis where the artwork's discoverability through search engines and social tags directly conflicts with its actual accessibility, potentially crippling sales, artist reputation, and platform credibility in a market driven by seamless digital consumption.
Gatekeepers of the virtual gallery. The 403 error is not a simple bug but a symptom of systemic oversecuritization and fragmented digital rights management. The HTTP 403 status code explicitly indicates that the server understood the request but refuses to authorize it, a scenario more typical of private corporate intranets than public e-commerce platforms.
For Fine Art America, a major print-on-demand and digital art marketplace, this suggests a possible misconfiguration in its content delivery network CDN, overly aggressive IP blocking rules, or a flawed authentication layer mistakenly applied to public pages. The context is a highly competitive online art market, where platforms balance open access for discovery with security measures to protect artist copyrights and prevent scraping.
This error reveals a failure in that balance, prioritizing opaque security protocols over core user experience, thereby turning the virtual gallery gatekeeper into a barrier to commerce.
Infrastructure failure and reputational cascade. A single access denial triggers a multi-point failure affecting artist revenue, platform SEO, and collector trust. The technical breakdown initiates a cascade of strategic failures.
For the artist Pat Gold's, the error directly intercepts the commercial funnel, where a potential buyer engaging with a digital art tag is met with a professional dead end, likely halting the transaction permanently. For the platform Fine Art America, this damages search engine optimization. SEO's crawlers encounter access restrictions, potentially lowering the site's ranking and discoverability for key terms like garden art and nature art.
The user experience shifts from one of dreamlike immersion to one of institutional rejection, fostering distrust. Critically, this exposes a vulnerability in the digital art supply chain, where the artwork's existence is purely dependent on stable, permissive infrastructure, a dependency now proven fragile.
Verdict: a systemic vulnerability exposed. This incident mandates a critical audit of digital art platforms' public-facing security architecture to prevent economic and reputational erosion. The strategic verdict is that this 403 error represents a critical operational risk that outweighs any perceived security benefit.
The immediate consequence is quantifiable lost revenue and degraded brand equity for both artist and platform. The projection is that without a systemic fix, such incidents will accumulate, pushing artists to more reliable platforms and eroding Fine Art America's market position.
The necessary next step is a platform-wide audit to distinguish between private administrative endpoints and public catalog pages, ensuring role-based access control (RBAC) is correctly implemented. Furthermore, implementing robust real user monitoring (RUM) and error tracking is essential to detect and rectify such failures before they impact users, securing the delicate ecosystem where digital art meets commerce.